Hi. So looking for your jogging forecast. I don't jog too much, maybe I should, but we're going to have some alerts going on. Heat and humidity is going to be the main issue going this morning, but it'd be pretty good to run between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. But then after 10 o'clock, things are going to start to get really poor, and that's when the storms are going to be that main alert going after the 3 o'clock hour, where we might see some more afternoon showers and storms, kind of like what we saw yesterday. Now we're going to take a quick look at your traffic report. Well, the main theme this week has been the summertime pattern that we've been stuck up with, so I thought I'd show you what is going on in our atmosphere. This is the 500 millibar, so this is really far up there, and this is showing where a trough in a ridge, and this will allow us to see some rain and all this hot heat. So if you see this little dip down, this is what a trough is. Usually a trough is associated with the rain, so now you see the rain is down here. If you see this kind of a ridging, like this little hill here, everything under this, it's going to be hazy and hot and humid. So going into this summertime, I like to say sadness, because it's just not a fun summertime pattern. We're going to look ahead going into the next couple of hours. Good morning, everyone. If you didn't join us for our earlier shows this morning, we do have a severe weather chance going into the afternoon hour. But right now, weather is calm. If we look at our first alert weather cam at Dan's Car World, dark outside. Temperatures are warming up. We got 54 degrees. This is going to allow us to have a setup for severe weather going to the afternoon, as temperatures are in the 40s and 50s, and they're going to start to even warm up into the 70s going later. As you can see, all this warm air mass that's starting to go into our area going into the afternoon hours. But looking at our satellite and radar, we have not much rain in our area. We got some rain around Morgantown, but we're starting to see some little cells start to develop around Spencer, as they've been really getting heavier now as the morning progresses. As we look a little bit further, we got some more heavier storms off there to our west, as we are in the warm sector now. As what that means is we're going to have some more warmer air coming from the south, allowing for more instability, and we're going to have these little cells start to fire up, and some of those will be severe going into the afternoon hours. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has put us in a slight risk, which means the main concerns going into the afternoon will be damaging winds. Large hail is possible, and there could be a chance of some isolated tornadoes or two. They have not ruled it out for this setup going into the afternoon. So with all that being said, make sure you're severe weather aware. Download our WDTV weather app. You can download it on Google Play or the App Store as well, and we'll update it frequently going into the afternoon. It's always great to have a plan for you and your family for today, so make sure you are severe weather aware, as the greatest places in your house are your bathrooms, your hallways, your closet, your stairs, anything that puts more walls between you and the tornado, as the greatest place will be your basement. So make sure you avoid windows, doors, and outside walls. Cover yourself with a blanket or mattress for protection. You do want to wear like a helmet or something to protect your head from debris. So for your evening forecast, make sure you download that WDTV weather app, as temperatures will be in the 70s this afternoon, and the storms will start to develop going around 2 o'clock. Well, I thought we could take a quick look at your rainfall totals for what they're coming in from the National Weather Service, but this is basically over 1 hour from yesterday from these storms. We had over 2 inches in Harrison County, over 1.5 inches in Kanawha County, and Taylor County, over 3 inches of rain. Now, that's a lot of rainfall, so make sure you tune in for midday. We'll try to fill in some more of these slots, as we're going to have more rain reports coming in. But look at these storm reports out there. We have this sent in by Ray in Harding, and look at that's a pretty big tree out there. They got blown over some really strong winds, so I appreciate you, Ray, for sending this in. If you have any more photos to send in, you just go to WDTV.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos. Look at your first alert weather cam. Dan Cavis Toyota World are dealing with some pretty decent fog. It's very dense out there, so if you're driving out in that direction, please take your time. 67 degrees is already pretty mild out there. Dew points around 66, and that's going to climb too, so it's going to start to feel very uncomfortable outside. Temperatures right now for the region are in the 60s and 70s. Looking nationwide right now, they're in the 70s, as we're going to get some really warm air mass from that tropical low we've been talking about moving into our region. Wednesday's travel plans, if you're heading off to the Midwest, they got the best chance for severe weather, but there's no major weather threat in our area. We're just going to be dealing with some summertime thunderstorms like we did yesterday. So for your future cast on your temperatures, we're starting off going into the afternoon. They're going to be up into the 90s. It's going to get to the mid 90s for the most part. Heat indexes are going to approach close to 100 degrees. It's going to feel pretty bad out there. So please be careful and drink plenty of water if you're outside. Then we'll drop back into the 70s going into tonight. So here's your dew point. Not much relief is on the way. We're going to be in the 60s and 70s throughout your week. So it's going to feel very stuffy out there. Very tropical coming up on Thursday when that system gets closer to us. So here's the system we're talking about. This low now here down here to Charleston. It's producing some really heavy rainfall down there off the Atlantic coast, and this is slowly trying to make its way into our region. But if you were with us earlier, we have a cold front that's going to be making its way. It's going to start to shoot the system back off into the Atlantic. But right now on your satellite and radar, we just got picking up some very light showers, and some fog is being picked up on the radar. Other than that, we're staying dry for the most part, except for some afternoon thunderstorms coming up. 7-day forecast, 94 degrees till Friday. We're going to have some very light rain chances. Thursday is going to be mostly dry, though. Plenty of sun. It's going to be very hot out there with no cloud cover. It's going to feel very tropical going into Friday with that low getting really close to us and bringing in some light rain showers to our eastern counties. But that cold front is going to push it away. We're going to have some pretty strong storms coming up on Saturday as those temperatures are going to drop into the upper 80s. But it's going to feel a little bit cooler out there by Sunday. Those dew points are going to drop down into the 50s, so we're going to have some leftover showers, but it's going to feel comfortable outside. But we're going to have another warming trend starting back up going into next week. Topology of West. You can hear the tornado outside. You can hear the pressure drop. It makes your ears pop. It's actually a really frightening thing to go through.
Growing up in northern Alabama, the threat of severe weather was always on the mind of WDTV meteorologist Adam Wright. Just last year, Wright took cover in a bathtub as a tornado roared outside. Luckily, here in West Virginia, Wright's chances of experiencing a tornado are significantly reduced.